Hello everyone and welcome to Best of the Month. This is where I invite some other creators on to talk to you and me about what they've enjoyed most played in the last month. It doesn't have to be a new game, it doesn't have to be the latest hotness, maybe it's just what they have enjoyed. Now, without further ado, let's see what some people have chosen.
Hi, I'm Barb, Meeple PhD, and my favorite play for December 2024 is Daybreak. This is a cooperative game where players are trying to solve global climate change. If that sounds hard, that's because it is. In the game, each player is playing a different world power. Ultimately, you are all trying to work together in order to mitigate how much carbon you are putting out into the world. The game is played over rounds, where each round you're going to lay out a number of crisis cards. Only one of them will be face up, so you only know what one of them is, and the rest will be a mystery unless you find a way to flip them up. Then players are going to start a global project. This will be something that everybody can contribute to and that can help in some way. Once you've done that, players will each get a hand of cards. Normally it's 5, but you may get more or less depending on the state of your board and some of the projects that you have. And then simultaneously, players are going to just play. The kinds of things you're going to do are, remove some of your dirty energy or maybe get rid of some of your dirty emissions. During this phase, like I said, everyone is playing simultaneously, but you might be talking to each other. For example, you might have a card that would help you activate one of those global projects, and you want to double check, hey, is anyone else planning on doing this? I could use this card either way, but if no one else can do it, I certainly can. Once you've completed those actions, you're going to do a carbon phase where you see how much carbon everybody has made and then figure out how much of it is mitigated by the trees and the ocean. If there's leftover, you're going to have to deal with it with an increased temperature. And then you will go through those crises that you laid out at the beginning of the round. If you happen to absorb more carbon than you have created, and you make it through that crisis phase, you'll win. If not, you'll have to go to the next round, unless it's the end of round 6, in which case everybody loses. One of the things I really like about this game is that simultaneous play where you can focus on your own things and you're constantly thinking of what to do, but you can't completely do multiplayer solitaire. You have to worry about what others are doing and try and help out if you have that opportunity. It is hard to win. I have played 5 or 6 times, and I think I've won 1.5 times. Technically we won twice, but I think one of them has an asterisk because we may have gotten a few of the rules wrong. So it is a bit harder to win, but it feels doable. And each time I'm done, I want to try again and see if I can do better. So that is why Daybreak has been my favorite play this month. So I hope you've had a great month gaming. You can find me on Instagram, and I have my own YouTube channel. Both are Meeple PhD. Otherwise, I will see you next time.
In the last month, well, I've played a number of good games, but one experience has stood out to me. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars Unlimited, which is a collectible card game on the fringes of board games, right? And, well, I've actually played it in a new format, which is pretty cool, that I'd never done before because I've not played Magic the Gathering. I dabbled with Pokemon when I was younger, but never really played it. But this was a draft. I've been to competitive constructed decks where you build a deck, you take it to an event and play. I've gone to pre-release sealed events where you go to an event, open these packs and make stuff out of your packs. But this was drafting, so a bit drafting like a Seven Wonders or a Sushi Go, where you take a card and pass it on. But you do this with Star Wars Unlimited packs, so you go and buy some, so does everyone else around the table. You crack your packs open, you draft the leaders, you then draft the cards, and you create a deck and you play. And it was a really cool experience. It was different from what I'd expected. I knew how to make a deck from the sealed gameplay or just making decks to play around with. But what I hadn't really thought of was the actual drafting experience. In drafting games, you look at your cards and you pick what was going to be best for you, for your hand, for the game. The thing is, when you're drafting cards that have been purchased, you've got two mindsets. A, I want to draft a card that's going to be good for my deck to play with today, but also, wow, that card's really expensive and I kind of want it for other times. So that's kind of what happens. You get this oddness where it's like, I've taken this card from this hand of draft and passed them on. I'm not going to play it today, but it's either a shiny card or a rare card that I kind of want for my collection or for another deck that I'm playing, not today with, but oh well. And it's cool. It's a rather different experience, and one that I think I will be wanting to do again in the future. I love Star Wars Unlimited, the way it plays, the way all the leaders and the different cards and packs and sets add together to create different gameplay experiences. And this was just another way I could play that game. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I know Star Wars Unlimited has been my best of the month before, but this is a new format to me. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And well, that about wraps us up today. I hope you enjoyed what I picked and what others picked. And until next time, check them out. Their links will be in the description box below. We have a special Best of the Year 2024 edition coming out just at the end of the year. So please come back and join us for that. And until next time, have a great month gaming.